Warhammer, been around for a long time. It's really exciting, and it's really good if you're going to do an MMO, because it does lots of really important things. The first thing it does, it's iconic in its look. They've had 23 years to get this right. We know what elves look like, we know how powerful orcs are, we know how gritty dwarves can be, so we've got to look. That's dead important, and we've been following it in the game. The second thing we need is an excuse to smash the living crap out of each other, and we've got that. Pages, novels, thousands of pages of reasons why dwarves don't like the green skins, and the dark elves don't like the high elves, and humans don't like chaos, so that's great. But the third and most important thing, if you're going to have a subscription-based MMO, is a perpetual war. You can't have an end. That would be bad, and Warhammer helps us again. The whole thing is built so that there is no ending. There is just epic, heroic, perpetual struggle, or any combination, a struggle that's epically heroic. And that's what we're doing. We're taking that idea, we know how people can fight, we know what they look like, we know they're going to smash each other to pieces. So then what we did is we thought we got to make it interesting to people. So we came up with 3 devices. We have story arcs, and those story arcs work on a zone-by-zone level. Zone is clever computer speak for the bit of land you're fighting in. So we have a zone story arc. The orcs in Ekrund are trying desperately to smash the gates of Ekrund to pieces and seize control. The dwarves are trying to push the greenskins back and capture back their homelands. Then we have racial story arcs. The great big orc king with a little goblin on his shoulder, he's desperate to just destroy all stunties and take away all their homeland. Not because he thinks it's a good idea, but because it gives him an excuse to fight. Whereas the dwarves' racial arc is to push the greenskins back and reclaim their land, because they're dwarves. And then we have server-wide or worldwide story arcs, which is the Alliance of Order trying desperately to push back the Destruction Alliance, and the Alliance of Destruction trying desperately to crush the Order people. Of course, because it's chaos, dark elves and greenskins fighting, there's all this convoluted excuse that the dark elves are plotting to do this, that and the other. Who cares? Everybody fights everybody forever, and that's all we're really interested in. So when you look at the actual races, it's full of joy, because they're all based on cliches. The greenskins are actually soccer hooligans. All they do is wander around, pick up sticks and try to hit other people. They have no long-term plans, no long-term concepts. They're a group of soccer thugs on the march to glory. Whereas the dwarves are like the northern working class of England. They live down mines. All they want to do is get drunk. They just want to fight people who call them short. They have no money. They're very proud of their holes in the ground. The high elves are British posh people. Never done a day's work in their lives. Don't understand about doing the washing. Have had too much time, so they'll be able to read lots of la-di-da-di books and get really good with the swords and do the special magic. And the dark elves are English posh people what have taken drugs. Basically, Lord Byron. They've got money coming out of their ears, they've then taken a load of opium and decided that they run the goddamn world and can have it any way they want. The humans, Empire, are basically humans, you know, wonderful dreams, terrible nightmares, don't really pay attention, build huge amounts of technology that will explode and destroy the world, cut down all the forests and don't really understand it. And chaos is humans that have been totally corrupted. Tentacles, crab claws, extra eyes, horns. Some people get confused and they go, oh, I see. Chaos is like the devil. No, 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 no. It's not fire and brimstone. It's chaos. It's custard falling from the sky. It's an arm that turns into a sword. It's the ability to cut open your arm and mice pour out rather than blood. It's chaos. It's corruption. So you take all that, you then put it into an MMO, and the most important thing about an MMO, and the most important thing about our MMO, is that it's not a computer game. What we're making is a total hobby experience. We want you to buy this game and never buy another one. We want you to spend all your time playing it. We want it to involve skill, commitment, and imagination. The more skill you put in, the better the game is and the better you feel. The more commitment you put in, you got to pay us some money, you got to agree to play it, then the more the game will reward you, and imagination. Now, over in America, they call it immersion. It's not immersion. Immersion is playing Half-Life and not realizing the house is burning down and that your wife's left you and you haven't eaten for a week. Imagination is, I've played the game and then I want to talk about it, go onto websites, draw pictures about it, have t-shirts. I want to think about what I'm going to do when I play next week. I talk to my friends all about it. If you get skill, commitment, and imagination, you get a hobby experience, and a hobby experience should grab you to the core of your being and be the only thing you want to do. And that's the game we're making.